Hi, I'm Karen Teitelbaum, President and CEO of Sinai Health System, and I'm happy to update you on a number of exciting things that are going on around the system. Let me start with philanthropy. Tell you about two things that are happening that I think they're really big for us. One is that we're going to be looking at an emergency department renovation for our entrance where the ambulance bays are, and that's about a $2 million project. We had a donor who was invested in us before who asked specifically what big projects did we have on tap. And when we told him about the emergency department, he immediately said, I'm going to give you a $1 million grant and you need to raise the rest of the funds. That was about 5 weeks ago. And we were quickly able to raise about $350,000. So we're continuing to work on that. That's going to make a big difference to our patients and to our community. The other issue in philanthropy is what we call Campaign for 100. You're all aware that we've kicked off the Sinai 100, celebrating our 100 years of caring. And Campaign for 100 is quite simply a donor has invested in us for equipment, and he said, for your Campaign for 100, I'm going to give you a challenge grant of $750,000 worth of equipment, which means he gives us $750,000 when we raise $750,000. We've already raised over $300,000, so he's given us over $300,000. So that's very exciting. We're going to be getting new equipment. We also have our new Chief Development Officer starting, Sally Hazelrig, and she's had a lot of experience raising money in a number of large nonprofits, so we're sure that she's going to do great things for us with that. Let's switch gears and talk about Healthy 2020. Remember, there are three pillars of Healthy 2020: healthy financials, healthy service, and healthy performance. Let me stay for a minute on healthy financials and update you on our progress. You may recall that we started off the fiscal year, which our fiscal year starts in July. So July and August were two strong months for us. We beat budget. The next 3 months we missed budget. So we've got to keep an eye on two things really, volume and productivity. And this all ties together if you think about why do people come here. They come here because we give great care, they have a wonderful experience, and that's all part of healthy service. It's also part of healthy performance because the quality should be high. So we have to keep focused on that. I know everybody has a role in that, and that's very important. The other is on productivity. We have to watch our staffing. If our volumes are low, we need to adjust the staffing. If patients are waiting to get seen, we need to bring those patients in. You all know that, and you all know that you've got role in that. So I want to thank everybody for the work that you're doing on that. Another part of Healthy 2020, of course, and it fits with performance and it fits with financials, is the role of audit and compliance. So today we have a guest interview. We have Melissa Mitchell joining us, and Melissa is our Chief Compliance Officer, and she'll be talking with us about audit and compliance and business integrity and what that means for Sinai Health System and what it means for all of our caregivers. So Melissa, what exactly is the Business Integrity Program?
So the Business Integrity Program is the compliance program here at Sinai. Simply, it ensures that we comply with all of the laws that are applicable to us as a system, but also it provides a framework so we can conduct our business in a very appropriate way, in a very honest way. Hence, we have integrity in our business practices. It also provides guidelines in the forms of policies in how we've determined we want to act. So it goes kind of further than just complying with laws, and it provides that framework for all caregivers.
So if I'm a caregiver, how do I know what falls under that? What are the types of issues that I should be thinking of being under the umbrella of business integrity?
Right, so some of them are pretty clear. Anything to do with patient privacy or confidentiality, HIPAA, right. That's going to be under the business integrity umbrella. Other examples might include issues with gift giving, specifically from vendors, like if we can accept a lunch from a vendor or something like that. Then also there's just kind of this gray area of a lot of things that could be compliance. They also could be crossover issues with HR, with patient safety. Please reach out to Business Integrity and we can help you either say, yes, that is a compliance issue that we need to help with, or we can navigate you to the right department if it's not an issue that we can help you with. But we always encourage everyone to reach out to us, and regardless of if you're sure or not.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So very important. Well, why is it so important for caregivers to be involved and to be able to share concerns? You've given us some examples, but where do the caregivers really fit in?
Right. So business integrity and compliance is a team sport. Mm-hmm. There's 4,000-ish caregivers here at Sinai, not including students, residents, volunteers, contractors. So we really rely, my office really relies on each and every one of them to be our eyes and our ears and to shine a light on issues, questions, again, things that just make you feel uneasy or you don't know what the right path to take in on those, and reach out to us to let us know that those are going on. If you go to the airport in the TSA, they always say, if you see something, say something. We've stolen that from them, and we want everyone here, if they see something, to say something. Speaking up is not just a good idea, it's part of your duty as a caregiver. Mm-hmm. The government expects that out of us, and we expect it out of all of our caregivers. If anyone feels uneasy about it, we also have our non-retaliation policy that protects caregivers from any kind of retaliation they might experience for speaking up about any kind of issue. And I take that very seriously. I know you take it very seriously as well.
What's the mechanics? How does somebody report or get in touch with you?
So there are a couple of different ways that you can do it. I try to be as available as I can and make it as easy as possible. People can use the Business Integrity Helpline, which we have a variety of numbers that caregivers can use that we can provide. You can make an anonymous tip on that helpline. And as long as the caregiver is relatively detailed in that anonymous tip, we can often use those to look into an issue or launch an investigation. You can use the Business Integrity at Sinai.org email, which will go to the Business Integrity office. And then you can also reach out to me directly, which is what most people tend to do because it's, I think, the easiest. You can page me, you can call me, you can email me, you can stop by my office, stop me in the hall. Really, any of these things are available, and I'm happy to help. That's why I'm here. So sometimes people apologize to me when they come and reach out, and I never want anyone to do that because I want everyone to know I'm here for this very reason.
So Melissa's built a really terrific business integrity program, and Sinai is the better for that. So now we're at the part of this video that I love the best, which is doing a couple of shout outs. And again, there are so many that we can do. Today I'm just going to do two. So let me start with a shout out to Dimas Ortega and the team in accounting. This is going to sound like a funny shout out, but really it was a very, very big thing. This year we finished our audit on time. Actually, I think that it was a day or two early. The audit goes to a number of regulatory agencies. It's a required document. It goes to our financiers and backers, creditors and banks. So it's a very important document, and it's very important that we finish on time, and Dimas and his team were able to do that. So thank you, Dimas, for your leadership with that. And I'd also like to, and for this I need my notes, I'd like to recognize a team from Sinai Urban Health Institute who were contracted to provide a community health needs assessment document. It's a required document for all hospitals across the country, and it takes a fair bit of analysis. Some hospitals do it on their own, some contract out, and St. Bernard Hospital contracted with Sinai Urban Health Institute. The document was just a treasure trove of data for the community that St. Bernard serves, and I was so proud when I saw that document. So I want to thank Pam Roche, Miles Castro, Charlotte Picard, Kristen Menard, and Chris Ahmed for a job well done. We can all be proud of the work that you put out. So thank you. In closing, of course, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your feedback, suggestions. Tell me what's going well. Tell me what we can do better. You can reach me at karen.teitelbaum@sinai.org or just call the office directly. Thank you.